So let's go over a technique on how to make a long nurture campaign for Go High Level, or in our case, Toa Toa Toolbox, which is our unique instance of Go High Level operating system. Okay, so a good case study here is that you have a client that needs to nurture their clients over a long period of time. This client is going to be a great example. So Solar Light is a skylight and solar tube installer. I'm wearing the shirt here. I've owned the company for 20 years, so I got a really good basis on this. And so for this, we need to create a 52-week campaign where we just share some information that is important about the product or about the community. Okay. So we're going to do a couple steps. First, we're going to prep. Second, we're going to create our outline, and then we're going to create the content we need. And then third, we're going to prep the workflows, and we'll get it all underway. Now, in my toolbox, we have a unique AI that we generally use that is specially trained by us for each of the companies that we service. Now, because if you're using Go High Level, you may not have that option. So we're going to go a step back and train a module so that we can get the right content for a customer. Okay, so to start off, okay, first step is to train a module so that we know that it understands the company. Now, this is really dependent on if the company has a good website or not. In this case, we have a very explicit website with oodles of pages. Okay. Okay. So first, we're going to grab this and jump over to ChatGPT. Now, I just have a general one open right now. I'm using ChatGPT 4. So I'm going to tell it, learn this website so we can create emails later. Great. Summarizes it. It's pretty much spot on. So now we're going to ask it some questions. Okay, we're going to go. Okay, this confirms that it knows what it's talking about. Okay, great. It does know. That's all perfect. Now, we ask it the why. Okay, this is really important. Solar Light is motivated by the desire to improve people's lives by bringing natural light into their homes and workspaces. Spot on. Bring light to people's lives, right? That's the why statement. Then we're going to see if it knows anybody on staff. Okay, it seems to maybe know them. It didn't specify. Now we're going to use this prompt. Be creative. What do you think the primary, what's its primary customer? Now this is where we really got to nail it. We're defining audience here, right? So it did a great job. It figured that out, no problem. Why does that customer want to buy this product? Very important. We need to know why they're going to buy it. Oh, and then I threw in one more prop. What products and services do they offer? This helps to know that it actually has a list. You can say, bullet point that. We want to know the products. Okay, we're good enough to go. So now that we have this part here, the module's now trained on the company. So the next thing we're going to do is train it on how to write this content. Okay. So shout out to Sabri Subi. Okay. This guy is genius stuff. He'll give you his book, by the way, for free, totally for free. And he's got great techniques that you could use that just blow it away. Okay. This guy is great. So in his book, he has a lot of great marketing stuff. I highly suggest reading it. But one of the things he outlines is something super simple. And what he does is he calls this timeless formulas for headlines. So I'm going to attach this all into the YouTube channel if you're watching there. So this is his little formula. It So now we're going to go train the bot on this. These are the best. Okay, these are the best email subject headline formulas. We'll use them in the next steps. Control V. Send that. Great. It's going to go, whoa, I'm getting it. It'll actually change the GPT's writing style immediately. So jumping over here real quick, we got power words. So these are the power words that were that Sabri outlines in his book. He gives this away for free in his book, these power words. These are super great words to use. So now we're going to take this list of 210 power words. We're going to go over to the GPT and train it. Call them, these are power words that we're going to use in the next writing steps. So bam, great, loves it. So now we're again training it on how it's going to write stuff. Okay, so now it knows how to write headlines. Now it knows how to use really powerful words, and it knows about the company we want it to write about. So the last thing is this right here. This is our custom schema. Okay, this is the Go High Level schema. So you know what? We're going to download this in CSV, I thought. There we go. So we're going to download this. And just note, this is all the unique keys that we use in our writing. Okay. Now, I add custom values to each of our clients. We make this schema and then we put down their custom values so that we can train the bots very quickly when we need to. So now we're going to go over and train the bot on this. Okay, so what I've now done is I've prepped that to upload, and this is the unique keys we use in writing email. Note that the contact is the person receiving the email. User is the person sending the email. So we specify this part so that it'll just be easier and get it right out of the gate. So then boom, we upload that sheet and confirm that it learns. Now, I got to be honest, sometimes it doesn't learn this for some odd reason. I got to mess around with it, but it will eventually learn it. Bam, and it's got it. So now that we've kind of completed all this, the module's fully trained up. So now we need to create our headlines. Now this module is also trained up on this company quite well. So we can use it when doing all of our stuff in Go High Level or Toa Toa Toolbox. We can be using the heck out of this to create content at rapid fire speed. It did take us, 7 minutes right now, 8 minutes to knock this out. So we did invest a little bit of time, but it'll save us hours. And when we're going to do 52 emails in a row, by golly, that's tedious. It's still going to take some time, but this is going to make it a lot easier. Okay, so now we're going to specify the next step. Okay, so now we're going to create the subject lines for 52 weekly emails. We want the content to be 80% free knowledge and expertise of the company. This can include tips and tricks. Then we need 20% to be self-promotion or special offers and coupons. You can be creative with this, 20% with the special offers. Okay, send it. Okay, so it did it. 42 emails, 10 that are self-promotion. Awesome. Okay, so now we're going to go rewrite these to the timeless headline formulas and use as many power words as possible. I didn't really like the kind of writing here so much, so I'm going to try again. Send it. Okay, now it's on task. It's writing those well. So the next thing I created was 2 documents, one called the long nurture content, and the other one is the the subjects. Okay, so we want them in 2 different files, and you'll see why. It just makes it easier to organize later. Now, you could go directly and just drop these suckers into Go High Level. I usually do it in 2 steps because often I need to check to make sure what we're talking about is correct with the client. Now, this is a ton of content. I just want to get a thumbs up, though, when I'm working with clients. Now, since I own this company, I am the client, so I can cut to the chase. All that said, it's nice to put it in a Google document. It adds 1 step, but it can be valuable later. Okay, look at this. It's all done. So now I'm going to ask one more thing. Now I'm telling it to reorder these for the best order for satisfying the customer and increasing the sales. So boom, there it goes. It's going to run these out. Okay, awesome. We're done here. So I'm going to go up here, copy all of the content and create it. I'll try that again. We're going to copy all of this content and create it right there. Control C, bring it over to the long nurture subjects. Okay, so one of the things to note here is that something that often happens is that this ChatGPT might actually start to forget what it was learning at the first part of the chat because it's going to be so long. So coming back to these can be helpful, having this content ready. So what we're going to then do is highlight one of these and say this. You can also say write the first email or use that subject line. Use the unique keys. There we have it. So bam. I even misspelled unique key, but you know what? It's super fast. Bam. So it's writing it out here. Subject, unlock the natural light for your home. Awesome. Boom. Here's this nice little thing going on here. Beautiful. Keep writing away. Now I'm doing a little bit more teaching. Only use a user signature at the end because in this case, everybody has the user signature include the company file. So it was being redundant. So it's going to rewrite this and we're good to go. Now that we're here, we're pretty much good to go. I'm going to grab this first one. So I might ignore this part right here, but maybe I'll add it. I don't know. I kind of would go from there. PSs are powerful. I'm going with it. Okay, there we go. Sweet. So I would come over here. Oh, I should grab this whole thing. Now, I like grabbing it in this format from the GPT because when I paste it over here, it keeps the formula, keeps the stuff going. Okay, so we just pasted this. Sorry, somebody came in my office. So let's get this thing moving here. I'm going to put in a page break. Insert, break, page break. I think it's Control Enter, right? So that's kind of nice that we give break on this. This is going to be a long document, like 50 pages long. Okay, so we could continue to spend an hour making this content right here and just keep going over and over and over again. However, we're not. But what I am going to do is delete this part. Not sure why it did that. Okay, so we've already had this task done. And so I'm going to jump over to how it's formatted at Go High Level. So let's go over to Toa Toa Toolbox or Go High Level. And we're going to start off here. We're going to go to our sales pipeline. And we're going to go to Online Estimate Complete Nurture. So this is the nurture campaign that we have structured for this. Now, what's going to happen is they're going to be moved to a stage in a pipeline called Online Estimate Complete, okay? Then we remove them from other workflows. Good practice always to put in there. Throw a tag on there. They're in the nurture campaign. And then we're going to throw conditional formatting in here. Now, I have a high-end integration with our app for this company and with Go High Level CRM using an API. So our product designation carries between the app that's used in the field and the communication system, Go High Level or Toa Toa Toolbox. So that basically then says if the product product line, custom value is Solitube, then go branch A, branch B. So you get the idea. Okay. Now, for this sequence, 52 emails is a lot. So basically, I've just prepped it so I can write these other ones whenever I feel like it. But I'm going to do this first 52 and go. So what happens is they enter this, we wait 1 week, right? Easy peasy. Now, it would be probably smart to put an advanced window in here to send it during normal business hours. Save that. Okay, then we send an email. Okay. Now, you'll notice we're using a template because what I did was I had all of these nurtures created in a template so that we would have them all out. But we could just create each one of these steps right here. But I wanted to be able to update and change the content across multiple nurture campaigns where we might use some of the same content. So by putting it in a template, what happens is I can make another nurture campaign, and now I can use the content from other nurture campaigns to put it together. So instead of writing a full campaign, I just have to make a list of the ones I'm peppering in there. The alternative is you don't use a template, you go to none, and you just write the email inside this area, and you're good to go. But we're going to do email 1, email 2, time 3. Now, about 3 weeks in, I'm going to put a manual action in there. It's down. Let's call this person, right? Let's have the salesperson call. It's been 3 weeks, right? Easy peasy. So then keeping on going, 4, 5, and maybe around 6 weeks, let's throw another manual action in there just to check in. Awesome. And save it. Cool. And just keep going. Now, we can also use a different kind of manual action here. Manual actions are great. I really like them. The salespeople can choose when to use them. But another fun one is this call. So then we put a whisper sequence in here. And we could say whatever customer has been in the program for 7 weeks. Is 7 weeks in the nurture program. Call press any key to connect. There you go. Okay, so then we type that in there, and now we have that manual call. So I'm going to go through, pepper in the right sequence for manual calls to happen, just so we add a little bit of that human touch in there and let it go to work. With that, you get the idea of how we would do this. And once we're all done, we're going to just publish it. And it's now triggered when the people get moved to the stage estimate complete. Super easy. We're good to go. This is a great way to do a nice long nurture on a client or on a customer, and just soft and very nice, generally writing. Now, I might engage the chat to throw in some SMS in there, suggest where they would go. Then we would pepper in a little bit of SMS instead of emails all the time. Also, WhatsApp. The challenge with WhatsApp right now is, of course, that we have to make templates to send those WhatsApp. They're great for my international customers. Americans don't use WhatsApp as much, but my customers in New Zealand and Canada and all over, they really use the heck out of it. So it's sometimes worth creating the template in WhatsApp to send it by. Yeah, there you have it. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, I'm here for you. If you ever want our team to build this, I have a team of folks in this. Well, you now know the process. It's just tedious, so they'll do it for you if you need it. But otherwise, you guys have a great day. And thanks for watching.